evaluating Ed, who did the speech on all of our healthy topics.
Ed did a speech titled Combating Obesity in America. He asked for 8 minutes, and it was designed to be a media speech, something done in front of a camera or an audio tape or something like that that would be broadcast. We didn't have a tape to replay, but I think the talk itself was an excellent summary of the role of exercise in particular in combating obesity. It gave a lot of very easy to understand examples of various and demonstrations of exercises so that someone watching or listening, you could have done either and still understood what he was talking about with those exercises. He didn't just demonstrate the push-up or one of the other exercises. He described what he was doing while he was doing it, so it would have been good for both audio and visual. I like the choice of props with the basketball. Didn't have a medicine ball on hand, but it does give you a pretty good idea of what a medicine ball is gonna be like. Throw up, an 8-pound weight in the middle of this, and you've got yourself a ball, a medicine ball, as well as the rubber band for the exercise band. He also explained those props while he was, this is a basketball. I think it's fair to assume that people understand what a basketball is, or at least the idea of how big a basketball is. Say, this is a basketball, put an 8-pound weight in it. This is a rubber band, it's just design, and you also described other types of exercise bands. So that was good, again, for audio and visual. You were very good with your limitation of your range away from the podium. And if you had a camera on you, audio doesn't really make any difference, but if you had a camera on you, you wouldn't be able to go very far because you can only be inside the frame of that camera. It doesn't make any sense to do a demonstration behind the podium because no one would see it, but you went only far enough to do that demonstration without leaving what I think would be a normal frame for a camera. A recommendation for improvement was a couple of the gestures and emphasis points were pretty obvious that they were your emphasis, or I'm going to do this gesture now. And you could kind of tell on a few of them that is what you were going to do, and it was a little bit scripted. I think you are a very experienced speaker at this point, and the next step for you is to try and make it flow more naturally and just make it feel like you're just doing it. I also think the title was a little misleading. It was focused on obesity, but it was really more of a description of exercises that you can do that would help with obesity, but it wasn't something that you got a lot of information about obesity in America. This was really a get out there and exercise. There wasn't very much about the dietary and nutrition. You mentioned it, but you didn't talk very much about it. And I think you obviously care about doing this stuff. You can get that passion into it a little bit more, especially if you're in front of a camera. You can get that passion to project a little bit more, and I think that would be the next room for improvement. Otherwise, great job.